Hi there, Brian Conway here, and welcome. I'm actually in my studio today filming some training materials for a client of mine. And I thought I'd take a few minutes out of the day job, so to speak, to shoot this video for you to talk about, well, two things in particular. Actually, one of the things I've been meaning to talk about for a while actually in these videos is about daily rituals and how important having consistent, what I call success principles practiced on a daily basis. And one of those for me is reading. I'm an avid reader and I like to read novels and everything as well, but I actually try and find at least 10 to 15 minutes a day to read something business orientated, something around success principles, something around sales or marketing, obviously, autobiographies of successful people, those sorts of things. And I think they're great because it puts you in a very positive frame of mind sometimes, can help with the good positive mental attitude, but also obviously you learn particular techniques and skills and important things as well for the job. And the other day I was looking through my bookcase. I have a huge bookcase full of reading materials, as you can imagine if I've been doing this for years. And one of the books that I have in there is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it was just a line on the front of this book that kind of caught my eye because it says, what are the 6 ways of making people like you? And I thought, well, that's important because in selling, people buy, we always say people buy from people they know, they like and trust. So how could we get people to like us? And I turned to this chapter on how to make people like you instantly, actually it's called. And I'd highlighted a line in here that says, always make the other person feel important. And that's key in selling, all right? And the reason I've shot this video today is to say that's also key in marketing. And I think a lot of people, I know actually, a lot of people make big mistake when they are putting their advertising and marketing together, because quite often it's not about the customer. They're not making the customer feel important. They often focus on themselves. If you go to most businesses' website, it's all about them. It's about how long they've been in business, the products and services that they offer, their address, and all that sort of stuff, as opposed to promoting the value or the outcome or the benefit that the other person, their prospective customer, will achieve through the product or service that they sell. So when marketing, you should always be thinking about how can you make the other person, your prospective customer, feel important, as if they were in front of you in a class, in an office or in a classroom, or wherever you might be, and you're trying to sell to them. What would you say if you're trying to win friends and influence them face to face, and think about how you could apply those principles into your marketing. And there are some simple ways of doing that. Obviously, it's about the language you use. It's about what you focus on in your messaging. It's about the value that you might be providing to the end individual, that also might come through your product or service. But focusing on that outcome, focusing on that benefit, not the features and functionality or of the service or the product that you actually offer. So there's a couple of things there. So I said, one, start reading. It's a good book actually if you want to read this one. Read regularly. That's one thing. And secondly, always think about how you can make the other person feel important when you're marketing as well as selling, because if they get to like you, then they will be more likely to buy from you. And remember, one of the key objectives of my Sales Without Selling program is that you're selling without really having to do a lot of selling. And you don't have to sell to people who like you, who get to know you, and particularly who will trust you. So there we go. I'm just going to wrap that up. I hope you got some value from that. I hope it gets you thinking about how you market to people, and maybe some of your daily habits and rituals and the types of books that you read or could be reading if you don't already. Hope that was useful. It's good to see you. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.